different tips as to how I lost exactly 22.5 pounds in 9 months. YouTube, it's your girl Trinity, back again with another video for you guys. I know that you probably noticed the title, and I'm so excited to announce that I have finally hit my weight loss goal, and I am so excited to share with you guys about 5 different tips as to how I lost exactly 22.5 pounds in 9 months. It was technically 10 months, but right at the cutoff is 9 months. So basically 9 months to make the baby, 9 months out. Here I am finally at my goal. This is after my 3rd baby, so if you are a mom out there, anyone out there who wants to know if I can really get my body back, can I really do this? Even after kids, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 kids, I'm here to tell you I did it, so you can do it too. And this video isn't just for moms, it's for anyone out there who wants to lose weight. If you're out there and you want to lose weight and you want to know if you can get down, I'm here to tell you with these tips, you definitely can. And of course, make sure you consult with your doctor about what you stop eating when it comes to these things. All of these things, everything I'm telling you, make sure it's healthy for you. Study your body. So tip number 1. Drink a ton of water. Back to back to back to back. After I had my baby, I was always craving a lot of snacks because at the time I was breastfeeding. I was trying to figure out how to lose weight and do it in a healthy way. So this is the first thing that I did before I did anything drastic, was start drinking a lot of water. Drinking water does help cut down your cravings. What I would do is every single time that I craved anything, if I craved, even if it was normal because I was hungry, it was lunchtime, every single time I would drink as much water as I could, which was usually this, and it's about 20 ounces. This is like the hospital cup. This is the cup that they gave me after I had my daughter. It's about 20 ounces. I would try my best to drink this whole thing before I ate anything. For one, it would cut down on my cravings, and it would cut down on how much food I ate and how much I snacked. And then sometimes you just do it out of boredom. So that is one of the reasons why water can help you. Number 2, it helps you release a lot of bodily toxins and stop holding on to things that shouldn't be in your body. So things that are sticking to you that shouldn't be there, water will help to go ahead and release all of those things through your urine, through your pee. Every time you go peeing, let me tell you, when you drink water, you will definitely have to use the bathroom. One thing I do want to remind you of is when you are drinking water, what you don't want to do is make the mistake of not watching your sodium intake. You have to watch your sodium intake when you are drinking a lot of water, especially, well, in general, but especially when you're drinking a lot of water, because if your goal is weight loss and you're drinking a whole bunch of water and you're eating a whole bunch of salty snacks, pickles and chips and a whole bunch of stuff like that, you're going to hold on to a lot of that water and you're going to start gaining water weight. I also want to tell you what to do, but how to avoid the mistakes in doing these things so that you don't counter your goal. So in this case, you want to make sure that you watch and minimize your sodium intake when you are drinking water so that you can make sure that it is flushing out of your system and helping you with your weight loss and not causing your body to hold on to that water weight. Tip number 2 is stop buying your temptations and switch them out for something that's healthy. And what I mean by that is I would eat the whole box, family size, of graham crackers by myself in a day. Literally, I love graham crackers, and this wasn't normal for me. Like I said, I also was breastfeeding, so I was more hungry, and it was so frustrating. So what I would do again, along with drinking water before I did that, was I had to finally tell myself, okay, stop buying my temptations. I literally went to the store and bought 2 boxes of graham crackers, and the same day I went and dropped those boxes off at the daycares where my children went to and the schools that my children went to, because I literally had to get rid of the things that were tempting me in my house. If you are in the situation where you're in a household where it's not necessarily you doing the buying and it's someone else, you kind of can't dodge this. That's why the water intake thing is helpful. But in this way, what you can also do, trading and switching out your cravings. Instead of buying a bag of chips, I went to the store and bought healthier versions of the things that I liked. And I really went hard on this. I did my studies as to what things are bad for your body, what's good for your body, how much. I started making sure that I put healthier alternatives everywhere in the places that I normally would like go for a snack. Right next to my bed, I would make sure that I had a healthy alternative right there. That is, for one, it's closer to me than the pantry is. It was a lot easier for me to get something healthy than it would be for me to go all the way down the hall into the pantry to get something that's unhealthy. Tip number 3 is take supplements. It is nothing wrong with taking something that can help you to lose weight. I do have a couple of things that I did take when starting my weight loss journey. I took gummies. I noticed my metabolism might be slow. I was on my 3rd child, okay? It had in it what my body lacked, what I felt like my body needed help with, which was metabolism and energy. Okay, I definitely did that. That was number 1 supplement that I took. I also took other supplements for energy. I did a Suja energy. I will insert it in here. Shots that you can get from Walmart in the produce section, right next to all the healthy drinks or whatever. I would take that for energy. My energy was so bad and it was so hard for me to get out of the bed and get ready for workout, and I needed some type of healthy alternative other than coffee and all of this stuff. I wanted something that was a little bit more natural, that wasn't high in calories. And another one of the supplements, it was like a morning powder. I took it and I would put a scoop in my water every day, and immediately I would have to use the bathroom. I would run straight to the bathroom. So not only is the water helping me to flush out, now taking this supplement every morning was helping me to make sure I cleared my digestive system as well. So everything was running smoothly and properly at the beginning of my day. So that was something that I did for a while as well. After I had already lost about 10 pounds and I started to get a little bit more where I wanted to go, then I started supplementing with protein powder. It did help me curb my cravings as well. You have to be careful with protein powder because you will gain weight if you use it incorrectly. And that's a whole nother video that I will get to soon. The 4th tip is probably one of the most important things that I will say today, and it is nutrients and diet. I changed my diet drastically. So the first thing that I did, honestly, when it came to my diet, was I started restricting things and I changed my lifestyle. I really looked into what was healthy for me to eat and what was healthy for my body. First was to start with making sure that 90% of what was on my plate was vegetables. 90% of whatever I was eating had to be vegetables. If I had meat, that's fine, but that was the first thing that I did. Then about a few weeks into doing that, I changed to pescatarian. That is when I started to see a bigger change in my body and I felt differently, was when I cut out red meats and chicken, and I was still eating eggs and things like that, but I just stuck to the only meat that I would eat was seafood. Then I gradually moved from that to being pescatarian, plant-based. That is when I cut out eggs and I cut out dairy. And when you cut out dairy and eggs, honest to God, you will see the biggest change in your body out of anything else you do. This is regardless of anything you do. If you don't cut out anything, I would always suggest, my highest suggestion to you would be to cut out dairy. Dairy was also a big contributor to holding on to fat, to bloating, to all of these things. Anyone else that I heard that cut out dairy lost the weight like that, and they lose at least 5 to 10 pounds within a couple of weeks usually. And of course, make sure you consult with your doctor about what you stop eating. All of these things, everything I'm telling you, make sure it's healthy for you. And like I said, study your body. My 5th tip is to be consistent in your workout. Do something to get your body moving every single day. That is what I did. That is one of the number one things, along with diet, was for me to exercise and get my body moving. And it was very, very hard when I had a newborn. I will not lie to you. I can tell you honestly, I was working out pretty soon after giving birth to my daughter. I was working out. I wanted to lose that weight really, really badly. But if I could not do a full 30-minute, 45-minute workout, I was definitely doing at least a 5-minute, 10-minute workout. And that's what I did for the very beginning for a while. I did that for a while. And then I would graduate in my exercises as I started to want to see more things in my body. I would look for those videos on YouTube, and I can give you different examples in another video. But I would go to YouTube in my house was my gym. I made a place in my room And then as I graduated and I started losing weight and I started wanting to do more and change my body more, that's when I started investing into buying certain workout equipment to help me in my workout, like resistance bands, and I even got a Pilates bar for squatting and things like that. And I started doing resistance training. The next thing I would say is to study your body. Make sure you know what you're doing. You have to actually know what you're doing. What is your body type? What is the hardest place on your body for you to lose weight? And that's how you go into your workouts more educated. And all of these things I would definitely say to study your body even when you're working out, for targeting what type of workouts you do. For me, I had diastasis recti. I don't know how to say it. Diastasis recti. I don't know. That's when you have kids and your abs are like this. After you have a baby, the baby is literally doing this to your abs. Like while you're pregnant, it's separating your abs. So when you give birth to that baby, your stomach is back like this. And it's still like this. And every time you do a crunch, you are, I don't know how to do it, but you're making that hole bigger. This is you doing a crunch. And you see how it's pushing that space out every time you do a crunch? What you think you're doing is you're losing weight, but what you're doing is you're adding to that pouch, that mommy pouch that we talk about. That's why I say study your body. You have to know what exercises to do. I started doing standing up workouts for abs and core to get that back down. And now, since I was able to close that gap a lot more, I am now able to do the other normal workouts. Do not, if you have this, you cannot do regular crunches and all of this stuff you see everybody else doing, because it will make that belly worse. I jumped into resistance and weight training very, very hard. I say resistance training because I really didn't go to the gym that often. I am at least 45 minutes away from any gym. And so I worked out. Majority of my weight loss was at home. Majority of the muscle that I have built and the strength that I have built was at home. And this was through resistance training. Like I said, as I grew in my resistance training, I would add to the things that I had at home, my dumbbells, get heavier dumbbell sets and more resistance bands. But I started off with resistance training and strength training. And let me tell you, you burn fat faster when you are weight training and resistance training than anything. You can do cardio, but I really, really wanted to make sure that when I lost weight, I had something from my body to go back to. I didn't want to just be a stick. And so this was important for me. I do have a bonus tip for what I did and what I used, and this is not sponsored, I wish it was, but I would say to get some apps. The two apps that I used the most was JeFit and MyFitnessPal. Let me tell you, the first thing I would do before I do any of these things is download MyFitnessPal. JeFit is more for if you are wanting to build your body and your muscle and you need all of that stuff. That's where you go to JeFit, and I'll show you a little bit of that in more of another video. So that's more for the next phase of what I'm doing. But for right now, the first thing I would do is download MyFitnessPal. They have a tracker where you can track your food, you can track everything you eat. You can put on there what you want to do, is whether it's lose weight, gain muscle, or maintain. And it will help you do that. It tells you about how many calories you should have per day, about how much water, how much protein, all of these things in order to meet your goal. And then at the end of the day, what they call it a food diary. You log in everything you eat for the day. And I would log everything and be really, really truthful. It's another thing that will really, really help you is to be very, very truthful. Even if you open a bag of Doritos and took one out and log it in, it will help you to be more disciplined and more mindful of what you're putting in your mouth. And sometimes it helped me not to eat something because I didn't want to mess up what my score was. It was an incentive. It will give you a calculation of if you eat like this every day, you will be this weight 5 weeks from now. I used to love that. That was my motivation. I would definitely say to download MyFitnessPal. So that is the last tip that I have for you all today. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to like this video. That helps me out a lot on my channel. And I definitely want you to continue to grow with me, continue to build with me. Follow me if you want to see me and what I'm doing on my fitness journey and what I'm going to do next. I'm so grateful to have you guys here, and if anyone else is doing this with me, kudos to you. I pray that everything goes well with you in your weight loss and fitness journey moving forward, and please stay tuned with me. Remember, every Tuesday this is another video, so you don't know what I'm gonna look like in a few months, so you better stay tuned. Keep up with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.